Joining us now is Molly Reeser. She is the founder and executive director of Camp Casey, joining us now on the MegaCast. Molly, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Howdy, everyone.
Yeah, howdy to you as well, Molly. Tell us a little bit about Camp Casey. What is your nonprofit? What is your charity? And what do you do in our area and throughout the state?
All righty. Well, Camp Casey is a nonprofit organization that connects children that are going through the hardships of cancer, sickle cell disease, and other life-threatening illnesses with horses. So we bring horses into their lives in all sorts of ways. We have 4 programs that we operate. We do this on a very shoestring budget. But our most unique program that those who have been out and about in the summertime may have seen us around is called Horsey House Calls. And this is where we will actually surprise a child who is living with the difficulties of childhood illness with a horse on the doorstep. So we knock on the door, the child opens the door, and we surprise them with a horse for the day. And our team ends up staying for about 3 hours, and we give the children of the household and the whole neighborhood a really positive, uplifting experience that can shine a little bit of sunshine into their lives during a very difficult and terrifying time.
So then, Molly, how did Camp Casey get its name? What's kind of the backstory of this organization?
Well, I love telling this story because Casey was a friend of mine. I ended up founding the organization when I was a sophomore at Michigan State University. I was going to school and working part-time on a farm, and that was where I met Casey. She was a young girl going through treatment for bone and brain cancer. And it was my first time as a young person, young adult, realizing that children could get cancer too. That was a very eye-opening experience for me. And Casey and I became fast friends. I was about 18 when we met, and she was only 10 or 11 or so. But she was a real spark plug of a personality and very funny, sarcastic, outgoing young girl. And I saw the connection that she was able to make with the horses and how therapeutic it was for her while she was going through treatment for cancer. Unfortunately, we lost Casey. It was devastating. About 2 years after I got to know her, Casey passed away. And I wanted to do something to honor her life. So different ideas were thrown about to plant a tree in her honor or to buy a park bench or something like that. But I thought that Casey's life could be commemorated in a much bigger way. So I gathered some children from the local hospital right outside of Lansing where Casey received treatment and gave them a day of horseback riding where they could come out to the farm and enjoy the setting and the horses and the friends the way that Casey had. And it was supposed to be a one-time event. And it was a wonderful experience. We had over 20 children out and their families, and we completed what we set out to do. But after the day concluded, I received a letter from a little boy, and it said, "Thank you for the best day of my life." And when that happened, I thought, geez, well, that wasn't so hard to pull off once. Why don't we do it again? And from that point on, Camp Casey just ended up growing and taking on a mind of its own. And now we are an 18-year-old organization. We serve over 1,600 children a year. We operate 4 different programs throughout the state of Michigan, and our organization just continues to grow and thrive. And we are very proud to have recently opened our parameters to serving not only children with cancer, but also sickle cell disease and, in fact, all life-threatening illnesses.
We're joined by Molly Reeser, the founder and executive director of Camp Casey, joining us today on the MegaCast. If you'd like to learn more information about Camp Casey, you can visit their website at camp-casey.org. That is camp-casey.org. And so you also have, Molly, some unique partnerships in the community as well, and you have an effort called the Hero Herd that's through or in partnership with Camp Casey. Tell us a little bit about the Hero Herd and how can people get involved if they'd like to join?
Oh, there are lots of ways to get involved with Camp Casey. We are always looking for donors, of course, because our programs are free to the families that we serve, but very expensive for us to operate. So anything helps, visiting our wish list, or donating supplies, or just even a $5 donation really does stretch with our organization. We are very grassroots and super small. So a little bit goes a long way when you are donating to our cause. We also are always looking for volunteers, and we are always looking for families that we can reach that might be able to benefit from what we do. We rely on a network of horses and very generous, privately owned horses who are owned by a very loving team of horse parents to allow us to lease their horses for the day. So that is what is called the hero herd. We don't own any of the horses that we use. In fact, in order to keep our program as lean and as affordable as possible for us to run, and so that we can reserve our funds for things that are costly, such as pizza for everybody when we go to the horsey house calls, and T-shirts, and insurance, and maintaining our vehicles that get our horses and our staff safely to the visits. We do not own the horses that we use. In fact, we have a network of horses all throughout Michigan, and we take the horse that's closest to the child's home that we are going to be visiting that day. We are very proud of the collaborations that we have. Most deeply, we collaborate with the Buffalo Soldiers Heritage Association, which is a really awesome urban farm in Detroit, and that I encourage everybody to go and check out. It's also a 501c3 organization, but we are really proud to have lots of fantastic partners within the equine and just the giving community.
We're joined by Molly Reeser, founder and executive director of Camp Casey, with us on the MegaCast. Learn more information, get in contact with them, and donate your time or financially to them by going to their website at camp-casey.org. Again, camp-casey.org. And so, Molly, if someone wants to join the hero herd, they have they own a horse or own horses that they'd be willing to provide to Camp Casey for these experiences. What is the process of them getting involved with your organization? Are there certain checks that they have to go through, that their horse has to go through before they would become part of the hero herd and be able to be used?
Yeah, it's very easy to be a part of our organization. We have a very small staff that we personally work with everybody who wants to be a part of our organization in any capacity, whether you want to donate to our cause, help spearhead a supply drive, or get a community group or your business involved with what we do. If you want to volunteer yourself, you don't need to be horse savvy to be a volunteer with us, I should mention. Or if you have a horse that you might want to be considered to be a part of our hero herd, the easiest thing to do is to visit our website or to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, get in touch with one of us by sending along an email or visiting our website, where you will be guided to each portal that can help give you a step-by-step way to get your horse evaluated. Once the horses go through a series of evaluations and can be deemed safe to join our hero herd, we then will send out one of our equine staff to do another little extra evaluating of the horse. And then once the horse passes all of the tests, they our team will work with the owner to secure a schedule. We do actually lease the horses, so there is payment involved, which is really a wonderful thing that we're able to provide to the horse owners, because then the horses are able to earn their keep a little bit. But my suggestion to anybody that's involved, whether you are a horse owner, an animal lover, somebody who just cares about giving back, is to visit camp-casey.org and get in touch with one of us, because we would just love to welcome anybody into our posse.
We're joined by Molly Reeser, Executive Director and the founder of Camp Casey, joining us on the MegaCast. Of course, you can learn more information by going to their website at camp-casey.org. Again, that is camp-casey.org. And so there are also other opportunities for sponsorships as well. If businesses or other organizations want to partner with Camp Casey or want to sponsor Camp Casey, how can they also get involved?
Yes, we are always looking to shine the names of those who support us in bright lights. We have a beautiful horse trailer that travels all around Southeast Michigan. In fact, we have another horse trailer that travels all around Grand Rapids. So lots of signage opportunity for any local businesses that want to get involved. We are also hoping that within the next few years, we will be launching a capital campaign that will allow us to eventually have an indoor riding place for our campers. So lots of naming opportunities. So we also have an annual event that we put on. So if your business wants to get involved, absolutely, please reach out, send me an email, give me a phone call, visit our website. We'd love to get your business and your community organization involved in what we have going on.
We're joined by Molly Reeser, founder and executive director of Camp Casey, joining us on the MegaCast. So Giving Tuesday is coming up. I've been asking this of each charity that has, or nonprofit that has joined us, that's supported by Share Detroit, as they're joining us now through November 30th, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:20 on our shows. Different organizations need different things during this time and during their usual operations as well. Of course, financial donations are always important, but in other ways as well. What are other things that are needed from your organization at this time that the community could help get behind and give as we approach the giving season?
Well, I am just so happy that you mentioned Share Detroit. Share Detroit is a network of nonprofits that all share a platform that we are able to shout from the mountaintops what our organizations are, what we need, and how to get involved. And instead of having to go down the rabbit hole of looking and researching for yourself in the World Wide Web, Share Detroit has made it very easy for those who want to donate, those who want to help supply gifts toward our wish list, those who might want to volunteer. You can go to sharedetroit.org, and I describe it kind of like Match.com, but for the nonprofit world, where if you are somebody who has something to give, whether it's time, money, an actual in-kind donation, visit sharedetroit.org, and it's a one-stop shop to be able to find the different organizations that might speak to your heart. Not everybody wants to donate to just one organization. There are countless worthy charities locally that need support. And sharedetroit.org is a wonderful resource to be able to visit, to see them all, to type in what your particular interests are, what touches your heart, and where do you want your gifts to go. So I am so proud to be one of the sharedetroit.org founding members, actually. And we are so grateful and thankful to all that organization is doing to make giving that much easier and make volunteering that much more accessible to this community. So in terms of what Camp Casey's needs are, which you would definitely be able to see if you go to sharedetroit.org and search for Camp Casey, we are always looking for items such as paint, because we go through that stuff like water in the summertime when we're doing crafts with our kids. We need paper plates because we are feeding children pizza at each Horsey House call, and they go through plates quite quickly because they're always coming up for seconds and thirds of pizza slices. We need hand sanitizers, of course. We need Lysol wipes and some horse equipment. There's a variety of items that are on our wish list, which can be found at sharedetroit.org or on Camp Casey's website, which is camp-casey.org. And from there, you would be able to select whatever price point you are able to spend right now and really give a gift that continues to give. Giving Tuesday is a wonderful day to designate in your year as a time that you can give what you can, whether it is a financial gift, a contribution to our supply drive, or possibly your time. If you might even have an hour to spare, Camp Casey and other organizations could definitely put you to work, and we'll be very grateful of your time.
Molly Reeser joins us. She is the founder and executive director of Camp Casey, with us today on the MegaCast, one of many Share Detroit charities and nonprofits that will be joining us at 10:20 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, now through November 30th, as we approach and as we surpass shortly after that Giving Tuesday here across the world during the holiday season. So, Molly, just another few minutes with you before we'll say goodbye today. With winter approaching, are you still able to do some of these outings with kids and with these horses during the colder season, or does your organization have to shift some of its programming because of the weather?
Yes, unfortunately, Mother Nature kind of puts a little bit of a damper on a lot of the activities that we do, which involve outdoor horseback riding. However, our organization is always working and always trying to fundraise as much as we can during the winter months. Additionally, we have our outlaw outing program that we operate, which connects the families to us that we have previously served by providing recreational activities for them to enjoy during the year. But as I hinted to a few moments ago, our organization is working very hard to launch a capital campaign that will allow us to actually build and erect an indoor center where eventually we are hoping that we can have year-round programs happen regardless of what Mother Nature has to say about it. So stay tuned. If you happen to want to jump on our plans to help us erect an indoor riding center, also reach out, or if you have connections in the construction industry or know how to get things done, we want to hear from you. So there are so many different ways to get involved with all sorts of charities that need your support. It's not, financially, giving is fantastic, but it's just one of the many ways that we hope the community can wrap their arms around organizations like Camp Casey and other organizations that might really speak to you. So I encourage everybody to visit sharedetroit.org, do a little bit of research to see what organization is speaking to your heart, and give what you can, whether that be time, money, or even some suggestions. All of it is invaluable to organizations like Camp Casey that run on a shoestring budget.
You can learn more information by visiting their website at camp-casey.org. That is camp-casey.org. We're joined by founder and executive director of Camp Casey, Molly Reeser. Molly, anything else for us today before we say goodbye?
I would just like to thank you all for taking the time to learn about Camp Casey, and I hope that everybody has a lovely start to the holiday season, and I just want to say thank you. So thank you for helping kids conquer cancer one nay at a time.
We appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, Molly.
All righty, take care.